My DVR, here's a joke. Here's a joke I wrote. My DVR is completely filled up with shows about hoarders. You get it? I know I should erase some, but I have other jokes too. Let me go to my little joke file. But go ahead, ask me a question.
Speak loudly. What's your favorite thing to do apart from like acting and talking to us?
Oh, I really do like comedy writing. I like laughing with my friends. It's one of the greatest things was when I finally was able to make a living as a comedy writer, just to know that all I have to do today is write some funny stuff. That's my job. My job is to be silly. That's like crazy to get that job, right? That's like the best thing in the world. My daughter asked me what was the most fun I ever had in my whole life. And I wrote a sketch for my friend Chris Farley at Second City. You kids may or may not know it. He played a motivational speaker who was yelling at a bunch of kids in a family room. And that was just doing that with my friends on stage every night was the greatest thing ever. But I like sitting around with a bunch of funny people and making each other laugh. It's a great job to have if you can swindle the world into paying you for that. Listen, you know, I'm from a town called Naperville outside of Chicago, and it's a bigger town now, but when I lived there, it was 20,000 people. It was a small town with farms, and it was just starting to have some new homes in it. We were the first house on our block. And nobody I knew was in show business. I didn't know anybody who'd ever been an actor or a writer or been to Hollywood. And it seemed like a million billion miles away. And just the idea of doing it just seemed impossible. Like there's no way. And I think, you know, the truth is that all the people out here in Hollywood, they're just people from where you live right now. And they're just people from around the country who chose to try this thing that they loved. And they spent a fair amount of time doing it in high school and college and then just after. And they found their way here because this is where we make this stuff. And so you have to believe whatever it is you want, you might, in the very, very back of your mind, you think you might want to do, you have to believe it's possible to even try. So you've got to give yourself that, you've got to give yourself that possibility that it's really true that you could be a very important writer or actor or producer or doctor or anything that you just dream about in the back of your mind, because the truth is all these adults you see around you who are doing these things, they were just you know, 12 years ago. But if you don't believe you can do it, you'll never even try. So you really have to somehow have some faith that the world needs you, because it does. And you will be the adults in 10 years. And you can be whatever kind of adult you want to be. You can be whatever career you want and whatever kind of adult you wish was in the world. That can be you. So just please believe it's possible and go for it and try for it.